Hi. What do you call a line of rabbits that all step backwards at the same time? I will tell you at the end of the video. Welcome, my name is Bob, Jokes by Bob Hill. I enjoy telling jokes, been telling them for 40 plus years. And so I enjoy it when people laugh. After all, laughter is good medicine. If you like my jokes, I'd invite you to subscribe to my channel, and if you want notifications, ring the bell. And if you like the jokes, you know what to do. Hit that like button. That would be really appreciated. Also, if you've heard some of my jokes in the past and you want to hear them again, write in the comments and I'll put them at the top of the list. Otherwise, it's time to get started. I have to look at my jokes or my list because I'm trying to keep going with all kinds of jokes. But this lady, she walked out of the restroom in the pub and went over to the bar, and she signaled the bartender over very provocatively, and the bartender came over and she started stroking his beard and says, "I need to talk to the manager." The bartender says, "We're not going to happen. Come on, pretty please, I need to talk to the manager." As she stroked his beard and as she made big eyes at him, and he says, "Well, can I help you in some way?" "Well, if I can't talk to the manager," as she stroked his lips and his face and made him feel really good, she says, "I guess I can tell you. I guess you can give the manager a message." And he said, "Well, what's the message?" She says, "The ladies' restroom is out of toilet paper." This guy sits down for Thanksgiving dinner, and as always, his wife has cut both ends of the ham off to cook it. And he's kind of curious, and he says, "Why do you cut both ends of the ham off before you cook it?" And she says, "Well, my mother did it that way. Maybe it was supposed to make it taste better or something." So a week later, they're at the mother-in-law's house, and he asks, "Do you cut the ends off your ham before you cook it?" "Yeah, I do." And he says, "Why do you do that?" And he says, "Well, my mom did it that way." And so about a month later, they're at the grandma's house, and he said to the grandma, "Grandma, do you cut the ends off of both the ends of the ham off of your ham before you cook it?" And she says, "Yes." She says, "Why do you do that?" He says, "I have to have it fit in the pan, don't I?" There was these two cannibals, and they were feasting on this clown, and the one cannibal says to the other, "Can you taste something funny?" This guy walked into the doctor one day, and he was hurting. He says, "Doc, I've had these headaches. The painkiller you've given me, it's just not doing the trick anymore. I gotta find out why. We gotta do something because I'm taking too many of these painkillers. Just not touching my headache. It's just any little sound, anything just triggers this headache, and it's all the time anymore, and I can't sleep, and the little bit of sleep I get, I woke up in pain." And so the doctor says, "Okay, well, we'll give you a bunch of tests." And so they put him in the hospital for 3 days and gave him test after test after test. After the third day, the doctor came in and he says, "Well, we don't know what's causing it, but it thinks it's something to do with your testicles. If we cut them off, then the headaches should go away." The guy said, "Oh, I'm going to have to think about that one. Even with these headaches," he said, he had to think about that. Well, about 3 days ago, later, it was so bad he couldn't even see. He called the doctor and said, "Doc, I guess we're going to have to do it. I can't even see. I'm going to have somebody drive me down there." So he had somebody drive him to the hospital, and they castrated him, and he's there in the hospital just kind of feeling numb, and and the doctor comes in and says, "Well, are the headaches gone?" "Yes, but I'm just kind of down now." And he said, "Well, you know what? You go across." Took him over the window and says, "Now you look there. That's Louis. Go in there. Go in that clothing store and ask for Louis. And I think he can cheer you up a little bit." So he leaves the hospital and he goes over and he walks in the clothing store and he says, "I'm supposed to ask for Louis." And so she gets on the PA and says, "Hey, Louis, you're wanted up here in the front." And so Louis comes up and she says, "Dr. Frank said to come and talk to you." "Oh, you're feeling down with things. Well, sure, we'll fix you up." And he looked at him and said, "We'll get a new suit, 42-inch, and your waist, your belt, 36 inseam, 34. And he went over and picked it up and brought it over and go try in there and try this on. And he tried it in. And said, "Wow, that fit great." And he come out, "Oh, you need a new shirt. Here's one, 36 neck and a 33 and a half sleeve length. Go put this on." Comes out, "Oh, wow." He felt great. And the guy says, "You ever tried a bow tie? The 16-inch neck, and this is how you tie a bow tie." And he put it on, had him looking at, "Oh, that's terrific. Oh, flip those shoes off. Oh, let me look at those feet." And he says, "Oh, yeah, it looks like 9, kind of between 9.5 and 9, and not narrow feet and not wide. I got just the thing." And goes over and he picks up this pair of shoes and has him sit down and he puts the shoes on. He stands up and he says, "Wow, that's the best fitting shoes I've ever had. Oh, we better get you a new pair of shorts. That's 36 shorts. Oh, I've been wearing 32 shorts." And the guy says, "Doesn't that make your head hurt?" This guy, Greg Roy, said, "Buffet is a French term meaning go get your food yourself." The Pope had been on a world tour and he's there in Chicago. He gets off the plane in Chicago and here comes the chauffeur and opens the door and the Pope says, "Hey, I'm getting bored with all this. Let me drive." And the chauffeur said, "I'm really supposed to drive. Hey, what can it hurt? Let me drive." And so after a little bit convincing, the chauffeur says, "Okay," and he opens the door and the Pope sits down in the driver's seat and he gets in the back and starts enjoying some of the things in the back while the Pope's driving and the Pope gets on the freeway and he just gets going. He's just having fun. He gets going like 80 miles an hour, just feeling great. And here comes this police officer up behind him. And he pulls him over and stops him and he walks up to the window and the window rolls down. And the cop says, "Whoa, I got to go make a phone call, or I got to go radio my lieutenant or my boss." And so he goes back and he says, "Hey, I don't know what to do here. We got a real VIP, real important person here." And he says, "Well, is it a councilman, city councilman?" "No, way higher than that." "How about the mayor?" "Oh no, way higher than that." "Well, the governor?" Oh, the lieutenant governor got, oh no, higher than that. Well, are they from Washington? Is it as high as the President of the United States? He said, it's higher than that. How can it be higher than that? Well, I stopped the limousine and the Pope's the one that's driving. This lady this lady was really educated, but she just was having trouble finding a job. And she read here, Tickle Me Elmo plant needed somebody. She always liked the Tickle Me Elmo, just fun toys. And so she goes in there to the person hiring, he says, and gives him a resume. And he looked at this and said, man, we don't need some with your qualifications. We're just paying like $12 an hour for this menial job. And she says, well, I need a job. I need this job. I need something to do, and I need the job, so I got a little bit of money coming in. And so just conversation. She says, okay, well, he told her, you come Monday morning and talk to the floor manager, and he'll put you in the spot and give you a brief explanation. It's a really easy job and tell you what to do. And she says, okay, and she comes around Monday morning, and the floor foreman takes her over and puts her in a spot and tells her what to do, and she says, okay, and about 2 hours later, just everything's backed up at her spot, and the floor manager's just rolling his eyes, just, why'd you hire somebody that has such an education but doesn't know what to do? And so he goes up and to the person that hired her, hey, she's just got the whole factory backed up at her station. And so they both went down and they started laughing. And she had all these balls, and she was getting these 2 little balls, and she was sewing them up in a pouch, and then she was sewing them in the Tickle Me Elmo crotch. And they went up to her, and he says, you are supposed to give 2 Tess tickles. So this guy went to Spain. Well, you know what? I think we're going to end on that one and go with answer the question. What was the question at the first? Reseeding. The question was, what do you call a line of rabbits that all step backwards at the same time? A receding hairline. Like that. And you have a great day. And if you like, again, subscribe, like, share, whatever you feel like doing. Thank you very much. Have a great day.